Welcome to the preview and prediction of the UEFA World Cup Qualifiers October window. We got a massive month again, people. Will Sweden find their form finally after a disastrous September window? Will Norway inch closer to qualifying for the World Cup? Will Spain maintain their dominance within their group? Serbia versus Albania, so many matchups to talk about, and I want to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know your predictions in the comments down below, and let me know which team desperately needs to have a good window. So we start off in Group A, where Slovakia and Calzona had a fantastic window, even though I would say the Luxembourg game was really off compared to the Germany game where they were dominant, in my opinion. Now they're going to go away to Northern Ireland in the first game. That could be a tricky game because, yeah, Northern Ireland are not like the quality team to what they had in 2016, but they are a gritty side. Even going 1-1 at point with Germany, and then kind of a goalkeeping error cost them in that matchup. But I think for Slovakia, you saw how dominant they were at home. They just have to transform that sort of play style and that, mentality that they had against Germany into this Northern Ireland game. So if they can do that with the form of Hansko, with the form of Lobotka and these sort of players, Slovakia should be the favorites in that game. But I feel like this is the game where Northern Ireland are going to really bounce back after, dropping points against Germany, where they were really in the game, and then obviously the goalkeeping error. So I feel like this game is going to be 1-1. Germany are hosting Luxembourg. I mean, this is nothing short of a win here for Germany. If it's not crisis mode, immediately crisis mode, push the red button, because this would be an embarrassment. Now, Luxembourg, I thought they played well against Slovakia. They were really unfortunate in the game. They should have done better. For Germany, they need to play a lot better. Look at Nick Woltemot, for example. Look at the form he's in. Yes, Wirtz is not having the greatest form right now with Liverpool, but he still has to be a valuable piece to his Germany team. Nico Schlotterbeck is back, which is fantastic because I think he's a key defender ahead of the next year's World Cup. So Germany should be winning that game 3-0. Then Slovakia are hosting Luxembourg. I feel like they're going to bounce back in this game, even though Luxembourg are a difficult side, but away from home, yeah, I just don't see them getting a result there. I think Slovakia will win 2-0. Northern Ireland hosting Germany. Germany have to just win both games here in this window. If they don't, yeah, Julian Nagelsmann is in big trouble. Not as a manager, but his team overall, they just don't look like a convincing side. It's going to be a tough game away to Northern Ireland. That's why I'm going Germany winning just 2-1. Now, this group is going to get fantastic because Switzerland right now are dominant. 7 goals scored, 0 conceded. Kosovo right now in second place after a fantastic window over Sweden. And now Sweden and Slovenia, they need a bounce back. So the first game we're going to talk about is Kosovo hosting Slovenia. Unfortunate case is that Rahmani is out injured for this game and this entire window for Kosovo, but they get one player back, Zegrova. Now, if they get Zegrova mixed in with Moriki, oh wow, Kosovo will be a counter-attacking threat to all of these teams in this group, and we saw that against Sweden. They were just so defensively organized, and when they counter-attack, 1-2 touches broke the lines of the Sweden press, and they were just through on goal. Now, that was more because of Sweden defensively poor, but also because Kosovo were super organized in the matchup. Now they're going to have the same sort of game plan against Slovenia, and Slovenia defensively were a horror show, I thought, in the September window. Compared to what they have been the past year, Slovenia were not Slovenian-esque, as we would say. Now they need to bounce back in this game. Kosovo need to win to maintain their second place in the group. I feel like this game is going to be 1-1. The big one then in Stockholm is Sweden hosting Switzerland. This is nothing short of a must-win for Sweden. If you don't win this game, yeah, your chances of qualifying for the World Cup are really in jeopardization at this moment in time. But Switzerland are just in form right now, people. Goal scoring wise, Embolo, Vargas, I mean, they are in such good form. And Doi, I mean, what a team Moriakin has right now. It's about, can they maintain this sort of playing style? Can they maintain this sort of goal scoring? And yes, defensively, they didn't really get tested, I thought, against Kosovo or Slovenia, but Switzerland defensively did not show much strengths in the Nations League, in the friendlies against USA and Mexico. Now they're going away to Sweden. This is a real good test, I think, for this Swiss side. And then for Sweden, I mean, Jon Dahl Tomasson has to pick the right 11. If he doesn't pick the right 11, that will cost him this game, and that might cost him his job. There is no doubt about it. Jon Dahl Tomasson is probably the manager under the most pressure this window. Not Gattuso, not Julian Nagelsmann. It is most certainly Jon Dahl Tomasson because he has a talented team. His starting 11 has been poor. His choices off the bench have been poor. Tactically, they've been poor. Sweden need to get this right away correct. Now, Alexander Isak is starting every game for Liverpool, so he's a bit more match fitness. Gyökeres, maybe his form isn't the greatest, but I still think he's going to be a key part in this. And Elanga as well. This just has to be Lucas Bergvall starting in the midfield here for Sweden. If he doesn't start, I mean, I don't know what Jon Dahl Tomasson is doing then. I'm really perplexed by it. So They're at home. They're going against Switzerland. Sweden's defense is not the greatest. I don't really trust the Swiss defense at this moment in time. I think this is going to be a belter for game. I'm going to go 2-2. Then we go to the 13th of October game. Slovenia are hosting Switzerland. And this game, I feel like Switzerland then will bounce back. Slovenia just didn't show me a lot in that September window. I'm a little bit worried about their form heading into this window. I think the Swiss will bounce back with a 2-1 victory. Then Sweden are hosting Kosovo. Yeah, they have to win this game if they want to have a prayer. Living on a prayer right now are Sweden. I'm going to go with Sweden winning this game 3-1. Group C and a big game at Hampden Park between Scotland and Greece. And remember the last time Greece traveled to Scotland? Oh yeah, they got a convincing victory and everybody was raving about this new youngsters of Greece. And I still believe that. I still believe that's the case. They just got brought down to earth against Denmark. And I mean, Denmark were just fantastic in that game. And Greece, they need better midfield play. Jolis to Pavlidis, they need to show up in this matchup. Greece just need to have a better counterattacking plan in this game because when they were building out from the back against Denmark, I mean, the amount of times they just gave up the ball in the midfield to Denmark, it cost them every single game. Now for Scotland and Steve Clarke, well, we know Steve Clarke in Scotland. Organized defensively, counterattacks. That's Steve Clarke's Scotland and be dangerous on set pieces. And yeah, it worked in the September window. They got a great point, I think, away to Denmark. And then obviously they're going to be Belarus because Belarus are terrible. I think for this matchup, I feel like it's going to be high scoring affair. I'm going to go 2-2. I feel like Scotland are going to get some goals here. I feel like Greece are going to bounce back after their poor performance against Denmark. I'm going to go 2-2. I think this is going to be another exciting game. Denmark are going to play Belarus. Yeah, this is going to be 4-0. I mean, Belarus are just terrible, in my opinion. One of the worst teams in Europe right now. Denmark are then hosting Greece. I just think Denmark's personnel, defensively, how solid they are. Joachim Andersen, Christensen, with the midfield they have. It's a conundrum to this Greek team that are not still the strongest in the midfield. Denmark can win the midfield battle, as we just saw in the September window. I think it will continue in this game, and I got Denmark winning 2-1. And then Scotland are hosting Belarus. It will be another 3-0 victory. I feel like Belarus are going to really be poor in these qualifiers. Group D and France are going to host Azerbaijan. I mean, this will be 4-0 because, yes, Azerbaijan got a point at home against Ukraine, but come on, man. I mean, Azerbaijan are still not a great team. France should be doing it. Yeah, they have the quality. Yes, Didier Deschamps is still the manager. We've gone over and over again about this, but the quality between these two teams, it's night and day. I think France will win 4-0. Iceland are hosting Ukraine. Now, I have no clue why Rebrov is still the manager of Ukraine. What did we see from the Euros? What have we seen in these qualifiers? This manager is still not good enough. I mean, this Ukrainian team are talented, but they have no idea going forward. Defensively, I still feel they are poor compared to what they have on the lineup. So for Ukraine, it's a make or break for Rebrov. Rebrov and maybe Jondal Thomason are also two managers really under the hot seat here. Going away to Iceland is not easy, and I feel like Iceland with the ballers they got, like a Haraldsson, I feel like they're going to win this game. I'm going to go Iceland winning 2-1, and really Ukraine are under pressure then in this group. Then Iceland are hosting France. We saw the game in France. It was a pretty even game, even though France created a lot of chances in that matchup. Iceland at home, I feel like they're going to give a much tougher game this time around to France, even though Iceland, I felt like in the second half against France were pretty competitive. But at home, yes, they're going to be tough. Just feel like France will still get the victory just purely on the quality, not because of Didier Deschamps. I'm going to go 2-1 France in that game. And Ukraine, I mean, it's a must-win against Azerbaijan. If they don't beat Azerbaijan, forget about these qualifiers. They'll win 2-0. Group E, and if only Spain just didn't have a novella going on, you would just feel so much hype watching these games again. But there's no Nico Williams, no Lamine Yamal. After there's beef with Luis de la Fuente and Hansi Flick about Lamine Yamal's injuries, it's such a novella. Why do they keep doing this to themselves? But nonetheless, Spain still have so much quality going forward in the defense, in the midfield. I feel like even though they're going to host Georgia, and Georgia's kryptonite is Spain. And if you look at the head-to-head record between these two teams, it's not pretty for Georgia. And I feel like it's still going to continue, even though some key players are out for Spain. I'm going to go 3-0 for Spain in this matchup. Turkiye are traveling away to Bulgaria. Yes, Turkiye, it's just such a bipolar team. Some days great, some days terrible, as we saw in the September window, where I thought they were really fantastic against Georgia, but then the abomination at home against Spain is not warranted with the quality players they have this time around. Bulgaria are just not a good team. It's really sad to see the downfall of this national team, and that's why I got Turkiye winning this game. I'm going to go 3-1. I'll give Bulgaria a goal in this matchup. Then Georgia will travel away to Turkiye, and this game is the make or break who will get second place in this group. I truly believe that because Georgia, I feel like they bounced back pretty well after. I think they really played poorly against Turkey in that first game. Yes, they kind of got back into the game because of the red card, but they did not play well for about 75 minutes. They need to start off the game much better, How will Willy Sagnol, tactically set up? What will be his formation? Because I feel like the back five doesn't really work with this side anymore. And Turkiye, they're at home. I feel like they have the pressure to win this game now that they are the home side. But if they can just play the way they did in Tbilisi, they will win this game. I feel like it's going to be another high-scoring game. I think these two teams should be playing a 7-game series because it would just be electrifying stuff if you ask me. I'm going to go Turkiye winning this game. Same scoreline. I'm going to go 3-2. Spain hosting Bulgaria. Yeah, this is going to be 5-0. Group F, and Portugal will continue their fantastic form that they have shown recently. They're hosting Ireland. And Ireland, after that loss to Armenia, Hallgrimsson and his team need to look at themselves in the mirror. And players like Collins. Collins is a captain, I think, for Brentford. That was not captain material, what he showed in that window. It was terrible from him. So, yes, Ireland are a talented team, but they need to show the quality. You can have all this quality. You can play all these guys in the Premier League, but they need to show up. I think like Evan Ferguson was just living off crumbs in the September window and still gave you some goals. So for Ireland and Hallgrimsson, they need to play a lot better. Yeah, they're going away to Portugal. It's going to be a tough game, but they still need to play a lot better. Portugal will win this game. Just they are on form right now. Quality they got. I feel like it's going to be Portugal 3-1. Hungary are hosting Armenia. I feel like, Armenia got the victory over Ireland, but Hungary are still a good side. Yes, defensively with Marco Rossi right now, it's not working, but going forward, they got so much quality that they will be far superior to Armenia in this matchup. I'm going to go Hungary winning that game 3-1. Then Hungary are traveling away to Portugal. It'll be another high-scoring game because the two teams love scoring goals and love conceding goals. So I'm going to go 4-2 in the matchup for Portugal, and Ireland have no choice but to beat Armenia. If you lose to Armenia twice in the same qualifiers, liquidate the FA. Liquidate it. This is not Armenian side that a couple of years ago were a little bit, showing some form. No, this Armenian side are still not the greatest at this moment in time. So it needs to be a lot better from Ireland. I'm going to have them winning this game 2-1. Group G, there's not a lot of exhilarating matchups this time around as we are still waiting then for the Poland-Netherlands game in November. Malta are hosting Netherlands. I don't trust Ronald Koeman. I feel like his lineup choices are still poor. You look at the squad and you're like, wow, this team should be playing so much better. How they were 2-0 up against Lithuania, Baltode. And yeah, they still won 3-2 because Memphis Depay got a goal. I really hope for better style of play, but Ronald Koeman is like Didier Deschamps. You're just waiting for these guys to leave, and then you'll see this team flourish. But they're going away to Malta. It should be 4-0 for the Dutch. It should be an easy game there. Finland are hosting Lithuania. Obviously, from a Finnish perspective, I'm at least happy that Jakob Friis now finally called up some of the youngsters, like Nathan Skytta, Kasper Terho, Leo Valta. So you can see the youngsters are now being integrated into this Finland team. And yeah, I'll probably go to the game now that he actually changed his mind and realized, oh yeah, we actually have some quality players. Yeah, no shit. As long as I don't see Peltola in the starting 11, I'll be happy. If Peltola starts, I can't lie, I think Lithuania will get a point. Because the guy has been an atrocity so far in these qualifiers. I hope he can bounce back, but he's been so poor. Yeah, Lithuania, I gotta really say, they have been one of the biggest surprises for me in these qualifiers. Yes, they only have 3 points, but they have been so competitive in every single game that you have to admire the bravery this team has shown so far. Finland, it's going to be tough. I feel like Finland are still going to win like 2-1. It's going to be a nervy game. Lithuania will have their moments, but Finland will still win the game 2-1. Then the 12th of October games, the Dutch are far superior to Finland. I don't... You want me to be, shameless or have deluded mind? No, I'm not deluded. The Dutch will win 3-0. They will easily win this game. Lithuania are hosting Poland. Now, Poland cannot underestimate Lithuania. If they do, they could drop points. Definitely Poland improved their performances in the September window with Jan Urban, but yes, they cannot underestimate one bit Lithuania. If they do, they will get punished. I don't think they will. I feel like Poland will win this game 2-1. Group H, Cyprus are hosting Bosnia. Bosnia better be careful. Cyprus have gotten a point at home to Romania, obviously beat San Marino, which they always do, and the only damning result to Cyprus so far in these qualifiers is away to Romania, lost 2-0. I feel like if you're Bosnia, don't underestimate Cyprus. They could get a point here. They definitely could. Obviously, Bosnia, I think they really played well against Austria. Bosnia were a little bit unfortunate to lose the game at home to Austria because Austria is still a quality team, but Bosnia were competitive in the game throughout. Now, they're going away to Cyprus. Yes, Bosnia have been a high-scoring team in these games so far, scoring 2 goals against Cyprus, getting the goal away to Romania. So defensively, they've been solid. I wonder how they will do away from home. Now they got a tough game away to Cyprus. this is a must-win for Bosnia to just keep up with Austria here. I'm going to go 2-1 Bosnia. Yeah, I'll go 2-1. Zeko, yeah, I mean, the Zeko will come up clutch here. Austria hosting San Marino. Yeah, 6-0. 6-0. Move on, 6-0. Then it's the 12th of October game, Romania. This is it. I mean, yeah, it's been a disaster so far with Lucescu returning to the national team, but you need to play a lot better. I know they're dealing with some injuries in the squad, but it's been a horror show. But I would say that Austria have not been the most convincing so far in these qualifiers. They got the 2-1 home win against Romania, only 1-0 against Cyprus, 2-1 away to Bosnia, where I felt like they gave up way too many chances to a Bosnian side. So Austria have to play a lot better. It's not the same as we saw heading into the Euros last year. And that's why I'm going to go Austria just winning this game narrowly. I'm going to go 2-1. And then Cyprus are traveling away to San Marino. Maybe San Marino can get a goal here. So I'm going to go 3-1 for Cyprus. Group I, and can Norway inch closer to go into the World Cup? Obviously, the 11th of October, they're going to host Israel. Yes, you know, Norway dealing with some injuries, and I love the form that Ødegaard is showing this season. Obviously, Ødegaard, you could say, had a little bit of dip in form last year with Arsenal, but this season, you can see his creativity is on point. Then you got Oscar Bob, Antonio Nusa. So I feel like Norway, they might concede a goal in this game because Israel's defense is horrible. I mean, we saw in the last game against Italy, just atrocity, absolute atrocity. So Norway are going to score goals here. They might concede because Israel can score some goals. I'm going to go again. It might be the same scoreline as what they had earlier on in these qualifiers. I'm going to go 4-2. I mean, you cannot stop Erling Braut Haaland right now. The guy is on the Thanos of football right now. You cannot stop him. 4-2 for Norway. Look, Italy, you have no choice. You better beat Estonia away. I mean, we see that this team have goal scorers now. Moise Kean, Retegui. I love the partnership they showed in the September window. But if you're conceding 4 goals in one game and you're an Italian, you should do the same like you're Cersei in Game of Thrones. That's shameful behavior right there. Italy will win this game. I don't feel like they're going to score like 4 or 5. I'm going to go Italy winning this game 3-0. Then Italy will be hosting Israel. Italy have to win this game. You cannot concede 4 goals. You cannot score 5 goals, or you need 5 goals to win a game. That is the most un-Italian thing since having raw pasta. It is shameful. But Italy must bounce back. They know that they have to be better defensively. I don't think you can start a Di Lorenzo in these sort of games. They need much more control in the midfield. It was way too chaotic from Gattuso. I wonder how this sort of tensions in the game will be, because of obviously we saw what happened at the end of the last game with Gattuso and the Israeli players. Yeah, it could be a little bit spicy, this matchup. I'm going to go Italy winning this game. I don't think it's going to be as high scoring. I feel like they're going to bounce back defensively. I'm going to go 3-1 for Italy in that matchup. Then Estonia are hosting Moldova. And yeah, this will probably be a victory here for Estonia like they did away in Moldova. I'm going to go Estonia winning this game 2-1. Now for me, this is the group where it's going to get insane. It's Group J, because we got a massive game between Belgium and North Macedonia, with Belgium hosting the matchup. Obviously, they had it earlier on in these qualifiers, a head-to-head game, and it finished 1-1. But Belgium and Rudy Garcia, they're still calling Axel Witsel. I mean, what are we doing here? I mean, seriously, it's 2025 and you're still calling up Axel Witsel? Are you just going to tell me, oh, leadership? Leadership, Michael. That's it. Come on now. We cannot go with that theory here for Axel Witsel. Yeah, he's had a wonderful career, but that's not the case. Now, Belgium need to be careful here, because North Macedonia have shown, even away from home, going away to Kazakhstan, don't underestimate that result, winning 1-0, obviously then drawing at home to Belgium and Wales. North Macedonia are a good side. Defensively, solid. Tactically, they know what to do with their team. I feel like Belgium are going to struggle at moments in this matchup, but they are the home side. They need to take the game to North Macedonia. Look at the creativity right now of KDB. I mean, yeah, his age is up there, but the creativity will never leave from his feet. This game, I'm going to go Belgium winning 2-1. They're going to get a result here. Yep, I'm going to go with 2-1 in that matchup. Kazakhstan hosting Liechtenstein 4-0, 5-0, some result like that. North Macedonia hosting Kazakhstan. Yes, North Macedonia maybe struggled away from home in Kazakhstan, but this time around they're going to get a comfortable victory. I'm going to go 2-0 for North Macedonia. And then the other big game is Wales hosting Belgium. Now, the last time these two teams met, it was a 4-3 thriller where Belgium were 3-0 up. It looks like it was going to be a walk in the park for them. Then Wales brought it all the way back to 3-3. Then it finished 4-3. Now, this time around, it's in Wales, and Wales are always going to be a strong home side. Obviously, I know that personally going away there with Finland, and they're losing, 4-1, 5-1. Oh, one of the darkest days as a football fan for me. Wales, I like Craig Bellamy, and I feel like they got a really good mentality about them. And yes, they got the likes of Brennan Johnson, Harry Wilson, and these sort of guys. Belgium are the strongest defensively, so I don't trust them. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw. Both teams are going to score. Both teams are not the best defensively. So yeah, 2-2 in that matchup, and this group is still going to be insane. Group K, and obviously the big game, is Serbia hosting Albania. Now, the last time these two teams met, it was a boring affair. It finished 0-0, but the creativity, the quality within the game, it was awful. Absolutely awful. But now I feel like this time around, Slovenia's team need to show something. Albania need to improve because they need to win this game. I feel like Serbia can come into this matchup a little bit, not under pressure. Yes, they need to bounce back after losing 5-0 at home to England. I mean, that is shameful in itself. So Albania, I feel like they're under pressure to win this game. Now, how do Serbia approach it? Do they want to take the game to Albania, or do they want to say like, hey, Albania, here's possession of the ball, try and break us down? I'm intrigued to see how Pixie will approach it. But I really have to look at Albania here and say, you need to improve. They've been terrible recently, have Slovenia's side. And yes, Serbia are not the greatest going forward, but maybe Vlahovic with his recent form, yeah, he's not had the best of form, as we know with Vlahovic with Juventus, but he's still a good player. The one thing I really am critical with Pixie is the midfield for Serbia has zero creativity. I mean, yes, you can have an elite defense. You need to have something going forward. They don't have anything going forward right now. So for me, I think this is going to be another draw, which will actually be in favor of Serbia, even though Serbia will still have to play away to England, but Albania will still have to host England. I'm going to go with a 1-1 in this game. Again, it's not going to be great quality. It's probably going to be a lot of tension, but the two sides just don't have the greatest form right now to have an enthralling matchup, so I'm going to go 1-1. Latvia hosting Andorra. That should be an easy win for Latvia. I'm going to go 2-0. Then England are going away to Latvia. That'll be 3-0, 4-0 right there. And then Serbia will be traveling away to Andorra, and that will be 4-0. Then the final group, and there is a big game between Czechia and Croatia, and definitely Czechia needs to get some revenge because they got embarrassed in Croatia 5-1. And Croatia right now, the form they're showing, yes, they had a little bit of an off game against Faroe Islands 1-0 away from home, but Croatia are in fantastic form in the football, and the youngsters that are now integrating into this team. I'm really enjoying now the football that Croatia are playing once again, but Czechia are always going to make it difficult. They don't have the star names like they did in the early 2000s, but they are an organized team, and they definitely need to get revenge here. And this is a must-win for them if they want to keep up with Croatia in the hopes of directly qualifying to the World Cup, because now Croatia have a plus 16 goal difference. I think this time around it will be a draw. I think Czechia will understand what they did wrong, and I'm going to go 1-1 in that matchup. Faroe Islands hosting Montenegro. You know what? I feel like Faroe Islands are going to win this game. They've been a competitive side in every single game. I'm going to go Faroe Islands winning 2-1. And that's saying, because Montenegro have actually been a good side at home, away from home. That's where they struggle. But I'm going to go Faroe Islands winning 2-1. Yeah, I could see an upset in that game, if you want to call it an upset. Croatia hosting Gibraltar 7-0, 6-0, something like that. And Faroe Islands hosting Czechia. Czechia, don't underestimate them because they will surprise you. But yeah, I think Czechia will still run out with the victory there. I'm going to go 2-1. There we have it, people. The preview and prediction of the October window in the UEFA World Cup Qualifiers. Let me know your predictions in the comments down below. And remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here for all UEFA World Cup qualifying content, because we're going to do a review of the window after it's done. And follow me on all the socials, Instagram, Twitter, join the Discord. The Discord this month is going to be crazy. But have a beautiful day. Stay safe in this crazy world. Till next time, adios.